We continue the chapter motion in a plane. The topic which we discuss, vector representation of displacement, velocity and acceleration. Displacement, velocity and acceleration. Vector representation of displacement, velocity and acceleration of a particle in two-dimensional motion. We study about the vector representation of displacement, velocity and acceleration of a particle in two-dimensional motion. O, X and Y. Let at time t1 the particle is at point P and the position vector is r1. Let at time t1 the position is the particle is at point P and its position vector is r1 and the coordinate of point P is x1, y1. After time t2 the particle reaches at point Q. After time t2 the particle reaches at point Q where its position vector is r2 and the coordinates of point Q is x2, y2. This is x1, y1. Then the line joining the initial vector to the final vector in a direction from initial position to the final position gives the displacement vector. So OP and OQ are the position vectors given by R1 and R2, where PQ is the displacement vector represented by delta R. And the coordinates of point P is x1, y1 and the coordinates of point Q is x2, y2. So let at time t1 the particle is at P, at time t2 the particle is at Q and the position vector is r1 and r2. Let at time t1 the particle is at time t1 the particle is at point P whose position vector is r1, whose position vector is r1. After time t2 the particle reaches to point Q where its position vector is r2, where its position vector is r2 and delta r is the displacement vector. So if delta r vector be the displacement vector. If delta r be the displacement vector, then from triangle law of vector addition, we use the triangle law of vector addition. So from triangle law of vector addition, we can say that from triangle law we can write OP vector plus PQ vector is equals to OQ vector, because OP and PQ have the same order, whereas OQ has the opposite order, and vector PQ is given by OQ vector minus OP vector, and PQ vector is represented by delta R vector, OQ is vector R2 and OP is vector R1. So this is the expression for displacement vector. This is the expression for displacement vector. Delta R vector equals to R2 vector minus R1 vector. On replacing the position vector in terms of component, on replacing the position vector, on replacing the position vector in terms of its component, on replacing the position vector in terms of its components, vector R1 in terms of component is written as x1 I cap plus y1 j cap, and vector R2 is written as x2 I cap plus y2 j cap, where I cap and j cap are the unit vectors. Now from equation number first, delta R is equals to R2 minus R1 vector. So at the place of R2, we write x2 I cap plus y2 j cap minus, at the place of R1, we can write x1 I cap plus y1 j cap. So it gives x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap, and this is the delta R vector. So delta R vector in terms of position vector, in terms of its component, and delta R vector is represented by x2 minus x1 is written as delta x I cap, y2 minus y1 is written as delta y and j cap. So this is the displacement vector in terms of its component, where delta x equals to x2 minus x1 and delta y equals to y2 minus y1, and name it equation number 2, second number equation. Now for finding the magnitude of delta R, in a square root, square the coefficient of I cap and j cap and add them. So delta x the whole square plus delta y the whole square. This is the magnitude of delta R, and in a graph this can be represented as This is delta x. This vector is delta y, and this is the displacement vector delta r. Delta x, delta y, and delta r. In vector form, we can write delta x vector, delta y vector, and this is the delta r vector. Now we talk about average velocity. We talk about average velocity. So V average velocity, V average is written as delta r by delta t. Total displacement upon total time, or change in displacement upon change in time. So delta r vector can be written as r2 vector minus r1 vector and upon delta t. So V average equals to delta r by delta t, and delta r can be written as r2 minus r1 vector. And already we have find the value of delta r, which is delta x I cap plus delta y j cap. Delta x I cap plus delta y j cap upon delta t. This again can be written as V average equals to delta x by delta t I cap plus delta y by delta t j cap, and delta x by delta t. This is the velocity vector in x direction. So V average equals to Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. This is the expression for average velocity. V average equals to Vx I cap plus Vy j cap. So this equation represents the average velocity in terms of rectangular components. In terms of rectangular components, this is the average velocity. This is the average velocity in terms of rectangular components. This is the average velocity in terms of rectangular components of velocity Vx and Vy. Vx and Vy are the rectangular components of the velocity, and direction of average velocity is same as the direction of displacement vector. Direction of average velocity is same as the direction of displacement vector. The direction of average velocity is same as the direction of displacement vector. Now we talk about instantaneous velocity. We talk about instantaneous velocity in terms of rectangular components. Instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity in terms of rectangular component. Instantaneous velocity in terms of rectangular components. For instantaneous velocity, v is given by instantaneous velocity v is equals to limit v equals to limit delta t tends to 0 delta r vector by delta t. Instantaneous velocity is defined as limit delta t tends to 0 delta r by delta t, and this becomes equals to dr by dt. Limit delta t tends to 0 delta r by delta t equals to dr by dt. So limit delta t tends to 0, limit delta t tends to 0, and delta r is written as delta x I cap plus delta y j cap upon delta t. So delta r in terms of rectangular component, delta x I cap plus delta y j cap. Now limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t I cap, limit delta t tends to 0 delta x upon limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t, we separate both the terms, plus limit delta t tends to 0 and delta y by delta t into j cap. And we know limit delta t tends to 0 delta x by delta t, this is written as dx by dt I cap plus this is written as dy by dt j cap, and dx by dt is given by vx I cap and dy by dt is given as vy j cap. So this is the instantaneous velocity in terms of rectangular component, and its magnitude is calculated by magnitude of velocity vector v equals to under root of vx square plus vy square, vx square plus vy square. And in vector diagram, this is the vx vector, this is vy vector, and this is the instantaneous vector v. Let resultant or instantaneous v is making an angle theta with the horizontal, then its direction of v is given by tan theta equals to vy upon vx. Tan theta equals to vy upon vx, and theta is calculated by tan inverse vy upon vx. Theta equals to tan inverse vertical component of velocity upon horizontal component of velocity. So this is about instantaneous velocity in terms of rectangular components. Instantaneous velocity in terms of rectangular components. Now we talk about average acceleration. Average acceleration. So average acceleration is defined as the ratio of, it is defined as the ratio of, it is defined as the ratio of change in velocity. It is defined as the ratio of change in velocity and the corresponding time interval, and the corresponding time interval. Average acceleration is defined as the ratio of change in velocity and the corresponding time interval. So vector A vector, average acceleration, is given by delta V by delta t. Delta V vector by delta t, and delta V is the change in velocity. So delta taken outside, and we can write the vector V. Vector V is written as Vx I cap plus Vy j cap upon delta t. Delta taken outside and V can be written as Vx I cap plus Vy j cap upon delta t. So this becomes delta Vx upon delta t I cap plus delta Vy upon delta t and j cap. So average acceleration A equals to delta Vx upon delta t I cap plus delta Vy upon delta t j cap, and this is given as vector A equals to, this can be written as Ax. So Ax I cap plus Ay j cap. So the acceleration in terms of its rectangular component, A vector equals to Ax I cap plus Ay j cap. So this equation gives the average acceleration A in terms of rectangular component. This equation gives the expression for average acceleration in terms of its rectangular component, in terms of its rectangular components. This equation gives the expression for average acceleration in terms of its rectangular component. So the direction of acceleration, is same as the direction of change in velocity. Direction of acceleration is same as the direction of change in velocity, and instantaneous acceleration is given by instantaneous acceleration. A equals to limit delta t tends to 0, delta v by delta t equals to dv by dt. This is the expression for instantaneous acceleration. Instantaneous acceleration, A equals to limit delta t tends to 0, delta v by delta t, and which is in terms given as dv by dt. So this is about the average acceleration and the instantaneous acceleration.